Hey everybody, it's AJ from Disney Food Blog, and we are going to rank a few more restaurants for you. Today we're going over to Animal Kingdom. Now, Animal Kingdom, for a long time, not much was happening food-wise, but the past year and a half or so, it has just exploded with some incredible food. So we are going to go worst to best and rank the Animal Kingdom restaurants. Now remember, this is just straight up counter service restaurants and table service restaurants. We're not going to talk about kiosks. It's unfortunate because there's a lot of good kiosk food here. So we'll mention some really, really great ones at the end of this video. Now, if you want a list of all of our favorites from Animal Kingdom, head over to disneyfoodblog.com/AKList, and we will get you our favorites when you sign up for our newsletter. All right, let's start with my least favorite in Animal Kingdom. I am going to go over to Rainforest Cafe. This is a table service restaurant right at the entrance to Animal Kingdom. And this one, I think you guys will back me up on this. I think you'll leave me some good comments kind of agreeing with me on this one. Rainforest is fine. It is a very, very themed restaurant. There's all kinds of animals inside, animatronic animals. You can find a Rainforest Cafe in a lot of big cities around the world. The food here is very pedestrian, mediocre, not very good food. If your kid loves the animatronic animals, maybe that's why you want to go. But for me, it's way too expensive. The food's not great. And the animals can get pretty loud. So if you have anybody with sensory issues in your party, those animals, and there's also some thunderstorms, can get pretty loud in that restaurant. So across the board, just not my favorite. I rarely ever go there. Only when I have to for the blog to kind of review it, but not very good. Next up, I'm gonna head over to Pizzafari. This place used to be much worse than it is now. I will say that. They changed up the menu a little bit. They used to have that horrible pillowy pizza, and now they've got flatbreads. It's primarily flatbreads on the menu. They do some decent stuff with a shrimp flatbread is really good, and I also like the garlic knots when they have them, and the breadsticks are good when they have them. So this is a little bit better than Pizza Rizzo over in Hollywood Studios, but it's still not one of my favorites in Animal Kingdom. The restaurant itself is very intriguing and very interesting. All the different rooms featuring different types of animals, very cool. But the actual entrees themselves aren't the greatest. You can get much, much better food elsewhere in Animal Kingdom, especially since they've had this sort of food renaissance. It's just, I mean, the food there is great. So I would say Pizzafari is one to skip unless your kids really, 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 really love pizza. All right, next we're gonna head to Harambee Market, and I know a lot of you really like this restaurant. This one is the brand new counter service location that is up in Harambee Village in Africa. This one features a lot of decent food. You've got some good ribs, you've got a very interesting curry corn dog here, but it is all outside. There is some covered seating, but it's all outside, so you're gonna battle with the elements out there. And a lot of the food items I'm just not wowed by personally. Now I know a lot of you really like this, so please respond in the comments. Let us know your favorites there at Harambee Market. Let us know what you really love, because I know a lot of you really enjoy this restaurant. And again, this is all personal opinion, so I'm just ranking it where it goes for me personally, and for some of our readers out there. But definitely let us know what you think about Harambee Market. That's where it sits in my list. And now here's where I get sort of frustrated, because the rest of these restaurants I really like. There's really not that many restaurants in Animal Kingdom that aren't good restaurants right now, which is crazy. There aren't any parks in Disney World that I can say that about. There's always a bunch that are just kind of stinkers, but I'll tell you, Animal Kingdom is doing great things with food. So the next thing we're gonna go to is Restaurant Asaurus. This is in Dino Land, and this one is a nostalgic favorite for me. The food here isn't awesome. It's burgers, it's fries, it's hot dogs, but oh man, I love the theming to this restaurant. It is so fascinating, so interesting. Basically, it is the living quarters for a group of paleontology students and professors that are out on a dig. And it is just so weird. Like, you would never guess what it was when you're walking through it. If you don't have the backstory for the restaurant, you'd have no idea what's going on. And that's why I love it, because I feel like Dinoland, the Imagineers who decided to go ahead and do Dinoland, I love you guys. It is so weird and so crazy and so much fun, and I just dig it. Haha, see what I did there. But I love Restaurant Asaurus, and I really, really like their mac and cheese hot dog. They have the mac and cheese hot dog here with the bacon on top, and they've got a couple of other interesting things on the menu. But if you do eat here, head over and sit in the Airstream trailer. I think that's one of my favorite places to sit at Disney restaurants. It's a lot of fun. So head on over and sit in that Airstream trailer and enjoy yourself. I love this restaurant. I know, you guys don't, but I love it. Okay, next we're gonna go to Tiffins. I am not a huge Tiffins fan, but I recognize that it is good food. So this is the only signature restaurant in Animal Kingdom. It's right over there by Pandora, by the entrance to Pandora. I am not super impressed with the food for the price point. The restaurant itself is gorgeous and very interesting to walk around because you have a lot of the Animal Kingdom Imagineering details from when they were creating Animal Kingdom. So they've got models of some of the forms there at Animal Kingdom and the different theming around the park. It's just really cool, and you can read a lot. It's kind of like a museum in there. You can read a lot about how the Animal Kingdom came together based on the research trips that the Imagineers took. But again, the food here just hasn't wowed me when I've been. DFB team members have liked it a lot. They consider it one of their favorite restaurants. But for me, I didn't love it. So please let us know in the comments your thoughts. Let us know if if Tiffins is one that you would highly recommend or one that you weren't impressed by. So it lands pretty squarely in the middle of my list over at Animal Kingdom. Next, I'm gonna go to Atlee Canteen. This one is the counter service restaurant in Pandora. This one is here on the list because the food is actually quite good. I love the cheeseburger pods. I really, really like the create your own kind of protein and sauce bowls that they have. I think that's cool. It's unfortunate that they've discontinued breakfast now. I think breakfast was a real draw there for me in terms of food quality, and that's going to be seasonal going forward instead of offered every day. But I really like what Satu'li is doing. I like how they're kind of bringing in sustainable ingredients and maybe some things you wouldn't expect, maybe some healthier items that you wouldn't expect at a lot of Disney counter service places. You can get some really good tofu here. It's actually excellent. I really enjoyed it. So head over there and try it out and see what you think, and let us know in the comments your thoughts. All right, next we're gonna go to Yak and Yeti local food cafes, which is another one of Disney's weird restaurant names. Why, Disney? Why do you do? I know it's thematically correct. I get what you're doing, but man, it's hard to figure that out. Anyway, this one is up in Asia. You're going to find a lot of Asian items on the menu. Think Asian takeout, basically. They're actually even served in takeout boxes, like honey chicken and egg rolls, things like that. But I actually find the food quality to be pretty decent for a counter service location. I kind of enjoy it. I like that you can use your Disney Dining Plan snack credits for some very unique items here, which you can't really find as snack credits anywhere else. I also love that at this location you can get the Yak Attack drink, which is one of my favorites. Now, the seating here is all outside. There is some covered seating, but again, you're going to have to battle with the elements if it's really hot or if it's really rainy or if it's really cold. There's no kind of air conditioning around. But the food is decent. I really do enjoy it. It does get crowded here, though, so be prepared for that. Next up, we're going to go over to Tusker House. And I know a lot of you like Tusker House the best, and you were probably expecting it to be number 1 on my list, but it's not. It's here at number 4. And Tusker House is a table service location with characters. It's a character meal. All the meals of the day, breakfast, lunch, and dinner, are character meals currently. Sometimes that changes, so be prepared. And Tusker House is a buffet, but it's very interesting. You've got some African items, you've got some Asian items, you got some stuff you wouldn't necessarily expect at a typical Disney buffet restaurant, which is why I really like it. And the food here is excellent. Don't worry if you have picky eaters. They'll be fine. They'll find things that they're looking for. There's corn dogs, there's mac and cheese. They'll be fine. But you, who aren't a picky eater, might find some more interesting or intriguing things here. The service is usually good here. I love that the characters, you've got Mickey, Donald, Daisy, and Goofy here. I think that's who was there the last time I was there. And they're all in their safari gear, which is really, really cute. You don't find Daisy at too many places, so that's also a good experience to meet her. Anyway, Tusker House, one of my favorites. Definitely check that out if you're looking for good character meals in Disney World. Okay, next we are going to go to Nomad Lounge. Now this is the lounge for Tiffins, so it's over there on the way to Pandora. I love this place. If you are looking for an oasis in the middle of your Disney World vacation, go to Nomad Lounge. The drinks here are really interesting and fun and delicious. The bartenders here are great. They're so much fun to chat with. There is an amazing wraparound porch here at Nomad Lounge where you can just sit and take a load off and relax. The food is fine. It's a little pricey for what you get, but if you want a little snack or just a drink, it's a good place to stop. And definitely look around. They've got a traveler, nomad, obviously, theme in there, and it's really, really interesting. Okay, Flame Tree BBQ is number 2 for me. I know you guys love this, and I do too. Flame Tree is always consistently rated one of the top counter service locations in Animal Kingdom. Again, it's barbecue, so you've got food that most everybody will eat unless you've got vegetarians or vegans in your party, but there are options on the menu for vegetarians and vegans. And one of my favorites here, of course, is that those French fries with pulled pork and cheese and barbecue sauce are so good. I will say I went there on my birthday just to have those fries all by myself. I just sat and ate them all by myself. So there, I know, what can I say? Love this place. All outdoor seating again. It's all covered seating, but it's outdoors, so you won't have any AC here either. And finally, my number 1 restaurant at the Animal Kingdom, I am unapologetic about this, is Yak and Yeti. Yak and Yeti restaurant is phenomenal. Now, the weird thing is this place is owned by the same people who run Rainforest Cafe and T-Rex, which is so weird, but Yak and Yeti is excellent. It gets better and better every time I'm there. My recent trip a couple weeks ago, I had the ribeye and I had their new sriracha macaroni and cheese. They've got great ribs. They've got a really good burger. And again, this is going to be kind of Asian inspired food, but as you can see from the things that I mentioned, it's not going to be out of the realm of possibility for picky eaters. The service here is always great. I love the drinks they have. I love the food. It's just better and better and better. Always get the cream cheese wontons for dessert. Those are awesome, but the mango pie is killer too. So Yak and Yeti is a winner, and I think it's a hidden gem. I want to go there every time I'm in Orlando. So there you go. Those are my favorites at Animal Kingdom. Don't forget, if you want a list of my favorites in Animal Kingdom, so check off while you're there or prepare for your trip, head over to disneyfoodblog.com/AKList and sign up for our newsletter, and we can get you that list. And please let us know in the comments, what are your thoughts? Where am I right? Where am I wrong? Definitely give us a heads up for what you love. Now, remember, here's the ones I didn't mention. Places like the Smiling Crocodile with their pimento cheese BLT, 8 Spoon Cafe with their baked mac and cheese, Creature Comforts has that killer colossal cinnamon roll, Mr. Kamal's has those spicy seasoned fries and the falafel. So there's just tons of little kiosks all around Animal Kingdom that have killer food as well. So when you go to Animal Kingdom, leave some stomach space, you guys, because there's amazing food here all over the place, top to bottom. So definitely check out Animal Kingdom for your eats. All right, this is AJ for Disney Food Blog. We are ranking our Animal Kingdom favorites, and we can't wait to hear from you in the comments what your thoughts are. We'll see you real soon.